Christmas planning starts now. Here's 5 tips on how to get more sales this holiday season. Let's go. Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the Handmade and Beyond podcast. Glad to be back with you guys as usual, hanging out, talking about all things Etsy and e-commerce. Another good episode for you guys. This one is how to prepare for this holiday season, this Christmas season, and how to get more sales as well. I have 5 tips on how to do just that. Let's dive in and start with number 1. The first one I have for you is you should list or have all of your Christmas and holiday stuff listed now. If you haven't already, go ahead and list it. Start working on that. Start a plan to get that stuff up and going so the algorithm can index it and get it ready for the traffic that's about to start coming, looking for the people that are looking for Christmas and holiday stuff. A good rule of thumb is 3 to 4 months before the holiday is when the stuff should be listed up and for sale. Christmas stuff, you can even do earlier. You can do closer to the 4-month period because people will. Believe it or not, there are early birds out there that shop early for Christmas. Most people are procrastinators and don't shop until December, but you got to take advantage of the early birds that are out there that will start shopping early for Christmas and make sure that your stuff is up so you can make those sales. So start working on that. Make sure your stuff is up and ready to go. Number 2, look at your performance last year. Look at your listings. Look at your holiday stuff or all of your stuff from last year, from last holiday season, or the whole year. What was your best performing listings? Which listings got the most sales, the most traffic? Look at your Christmas stuff. Which one's got the most sales, the most traffic? Take those listings and make similar listings using similar subject matter and create new products, new listings, capitalizing on what you know did well last year, that had success last year. Chances are, if those had success, the other newer items that are slightly different, they're not going to be the same, but are going to be similar, are going to also do well. So now you went from your 5 best performing listings and created another 5 that have a chance of really doing good this holiday season. So you pretty much doubled your potential to do well with those listings. You can do even more than 5. If you're lucky enough to have more than 5, go ahead and use this strategy with those products. And again, you don't have to do it for just Christmas and holiday stuff. That's kind of what I'm talking about here, but you can use this strategy all year round for your other stuff that's doing well. Now, you may say, "Oh, I don't have any sales yet in my shop on this type of stuff." Okay, well, look at the listings that got decent amount of traffic or got some traffic, more traffic than the rest of your stuff. You're on to something if you're getting traffic. Maybe you're just missing the boat on those items that you have listed. So try it again with something similar, and maybe those will take off. Maybe those will do well. Now, maybe you don't have, maybe your store is brand new and you weren't around last year. Same thing applies. Look at year to date. Look at your listings that are doing decent, that are getting traffic. Maybe you want to create similar products to capitalize on the traffic, the immense extra traffic that's about to come for the holiday season. Or you may just want to start from scratch and create Christmas holiday products in general this year since it's your first year. So then you can really enact this strategy next year once you see how those products do for this holiday season. A couple of different ways to look at that strategy, but make sure you're using it to your advantage, and depending on where you're at in your journey, there's at least some part of that strategy that you can enact this year to capitalize on the traffic that's about to come your way. Number 3, have a sales promotion calendar. All right, have some sales and promotions ready to go for this holiday season. And I'm not talking about just Christmas. Of course, you want to do some type of sale or promotion for Christmas. You also got Thanksgiving in there. You got Black Friday in there. You got Halloween in there. I always count that in as for the one of the starts of holiday. You got Hanukkah in there. You got all those holidays that are in there. So think of sales and promotions that you can do to capitalize again on that traffic that's coming to get people excited and wanted to buy. Now, some people out there say this should not be part of your strategy. You should not have sales and promotions as part of your strategy. I'm just going to simply say that I disagree with that, because if you look at every big box store out there, every single one has a sales and promotion strategy. They do it every year. They do it for special events. They do it for holidays. They do it for seasons. They have it built into their strategy because we expect this, right? Shoppers expect sales and promotions. It's built into our DNA at this point. It creates emotion, it creates excitement, it creates satisfaction, buyer satisfaction. It also creates loyalty because you're willing to give people a deal if they're loyal to you, if they're coming and checking out your store, buying from you. So sales and promotions should be part of your strategy. Where people get into trouble is they build their business, they start their business with a super low profit margin, and they don't leave themselves enough wiggle room to have sales and promotions. Also, they run into problems when it comes to fee increases. They run into problems when it comes to increased shipping costs. So if you build your business the right way, accounting for or leaving wiggle room for sales and promotions, pricing your stuff the right way, this will easily become part of your strategy, and you'll get more sales because of it. And again, at the end of the day, this is your business. If you don't want to do sales and promotions, that's fine. If you have a high tier item, if you're leading the market on a particular niche, not everyone may have to do this, but most, I would say overwhelming majority of shops can and should fit in some type of sales and promotion strategy to help drive traffic, conversions, and sales. It also, again, creates loyalty and all that stuff I talked about before. So those are the reasons why I believe you should have that part of your strategy. So start now and think of the dates that you want to run sales and promotions. And you don't have to do just sales. You can do, buy 3, get 1 free. You can do buy 1, get 1 50% off. You can do that in your marketing tab within your Etsy dashboard. You can set up those different sales and promotions and get the coupon codes and different things like that, where people can take advantage of those different things. But if you want to keep it simple, 30% off, 20% off, 25% off. Those are easy, quick sales that you can run for special holidays and events and occasions. Number 4, know what your holiday shipping deadline is going to be to get stuff out, especially for Christmas. What's your shipping deadline going to be? USPS every year announces their deadline, where they basically have a cutoff where people will no longer guarantee shipping delivery. Usually it's around the 20th of December. I usually set my deadline a day or two before that. So I usually set it around like the 18th is my guaranteed delivery by Christmas. So if people order after the 18th, I'm not guaranteeing that they'll get it for Christmas. Granted, they probably still will, because I make sure that I ship stuff out really fast, because people don't read everything in your shop, but you still want to CYA and put this in your announcements and your listings. Even you can do a bulk edit and put it at the top of your listings. Shipping deadline for Christmas, guaranteed Christmas delivery is this date. After Christmas, you can do a bulk edit to your listings and take it out of your descriptions, put it in your announcement section, put it in the top of your listing, so customers will hopefully see it. Will they all see it? No, but at least it's there. Most people should expect that if they're ordering stuff late, they're not going to get it for Christmas. But again, do everything that you can to get stuff out quickly, especially as you're getting closer and closer. But the shipping deadline will definitely help. It also helps create urgency for buyers to buy now, because they're getting close to that shipping deadline. So they're not going to wait an extra day or two. They're going to buy now. That will entice them to buy and get more sales as well. As a bonus to this tip, also make sure you're adding expedited shipping options to your shipping profiles, so people can order stuff and pay extra to get expedited shipping. You may want to offer priority shipping. You may want to offer express 1-day shipping, and they're going to pay, especially for express, they're going to pay a lot. But you would be shocked at how many people use that. They don't care. They'll buy. I see people, they'll buy from me a $20, $25 shirt, and they'll pay $35 for express shipping because they waited to the last minute. They don't care about that. They don't care about the cost. They just care about the item arriving in time for Christmas. So if you don't have the option, they're not going to buy from you. just go in there, set up that option, the express shipping options. You should have this year round because people always procrastinate. They always are looking to buy stuff and buy it late for birthdays and whatnot. So have that in there. If it's not in there, they're going to assume that they can't get it in time. They're going to move on to a shop that has expedited shipping, and you're going to miss out on that sale. So make sure you're going in there and updating that. Extra bonus tip for you guys. And the last one, number 5 I have for you, is prepare your inventory. Start preparing now. Base your inventory on last year's sales with a little bit of extra. Hopefully you're growing year over year. If you haven't been around last year, just do your best guess. But you want to make sure that you have the right supplies to make your stuff if you're a maker, or enough inventory if you're a vintage sourcer, to make sure you're having enough inventory that you source that you can keep adding new stuff. But you also want to make sure that you have enough shipping supplies. However you're shipping your items, especially around the holidays, things could run low. Your supplier that you get stuff from could run out. So just make sure you get a little bit of extra stuff to prepare, so you're not running out of anything. You don't have to source from another supplier. You're not running around like a chicken with your head cut off trying to find supplies at the last minute, because the worst thing that could happen is for your sales to be off the map. You get a ton of sales and you run out of supplies. You're like, oh crap. And I've had this happen before to me. My supplier ran out of stuff and I had to find other styles of clothing and other things that could fit the bill, and it was extremely stressful. So just make sure you're preparing. Maybe have some backup suppliers, some backup sources that you can have. Now, granted, there's a fine line between preparing and going overboard. I always stress and encourage businesses to run as lean as possible. And how you run lean is not to have a ton of inventory that you don't know if it'll sell or not. So I'm not necessarily talking about making a ton of stuff if you don't have the track record knowing that it will sell. I'm talking about having supplies to make the stuff, shipping supplies to ship the stuff, or vintage stuff that you can put up to put up extra listings. If your stuff starts selling out, you'll still have more stuff to put up, where you don't have to source close to the holidays. So that's what I'm talking about as far as preparation, because it will definitely hurt your sales if you don't have to take listings down and can't put up new listings and run out of stuff. So just be prepared. But that's it, guys. Those are the 5 things that you can do to prepare and also get more sales this Christmas season in your Etsy shop. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you download my Etsy Sales Accelerator Guide. It'll go nicely with this episode, teaching you strategies and tactics to accelerate your sales through the holidays and beyond, year-round. It's a free download. You guys can get it at handmadeandbeyond.com/accelerate. Quick read, easy, enactable strategies you guys can do today. That is it for this episode. I'll be back soon with another episode for you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day.